and she was staring at her husband's friend seductively, making eye contact, while the man was also staring at his friend's wife. And then the husband had left the house a few minutes ago, and the man drew closer to his friend's wife, raised her up, they hugged each other, and they started off an intimate moment. She told him to take off his clothes, and she also helped him in removing his clothes. This was his best friend wife who just left the house a few minutes ago. And then it took her into the room, and while they were about starting off, the husband opened the room door and found his best friend on top of his wife. They were shocked to see that the husband had returned back because they thought he had gone for work. The man said, "My best friend could not believe his eyes. He was very disappointed and felt bad at what he just saw after trusting his wife." The best friend stared at his own friend. The wife placed her hand on her head, and the man could not just take it at the moment. He told them to continue. This is what happened. This is the story of a married man who one day while he was watching TV, he heard a knock on his door and asked the person to come inside the house. It happened to be his best friend who had visited him in his house on this very good day. They were both happy to see each other. The man was doing better than his best friend, and then he asked to wait that he's going to get him a drink. The best friend made jokes and looked around the man's apartment and was happy for him. And then the friend returned with a wine and 2 cups, drew the table closer and gave the friend, said, "This is one of your favorites." While he was about opening it, the best friend stopped him and said, "I'm not exactly here for drink. I came here for you to give me or put me through in all of those your contracts and job opportunities. It is money I need and not drink." While they were there arguing, his wife stepped out. She was about going when the husband said, "You can sit here and join us. This is my best friend." And the wife sat and smiled at the best friend. They continued their conversation, and while they were there, the wife also stared and waved at the best friend. The man got a text message from a business client. It was this line of business that his best friend had come to meet his own friend to put him through. And then the man was on his phone trying to reply the clients when the best friend started staring at the wife. The wife was also giving the best friend romantic signals, and they were having several eye contacts, body movements that were romantically inclined. The husband wasn't aware of this because he was busy on his phone with a client. The wife happened to be turned on and was staring at her husband's best friend. They were there when the man also shook his best friend, thinking he was bored, while he was staring seductively at his wife. The wife was getting turned on while she was staring at her husband's best friend. They were still there. The man was also getting turned on, same as the woman, when the man said, "Hope you are okay." The friend said, "Yes, I'm very okay," and he continued staring at the wife, thinking of sexual related things he was going to do to this woman. This was his best friend's wife, and he ought not to be doing this. But then the husband said, "I have to go meet this client. He just arranged a meeting place for us to meet, for us to finalize a deal. Let's go together." But the friend said, "I just got to the house. This is my place. Your place is my place. I will just relax." The friend said, "I trust you. Don't worry, I will be back in a few hours time." The friend told him that you have to focus on your clients and make sure you see that deal. "I wish you all the best." So he told the wife that, "Please, if he needs anything, food or drink, make sure you give it to him." The wife said, "No problem." And then the man said, "Don't worry, my wife will take care of you." And he shook the friend's hand and left the house. Immediately she left, the wife started looking at this man while the man was staring back at her, waiting for who will start off this intimate moment they were already having eye contact for. But while the man stepped outside the gate, he remembered that he forgot his token key and needed to come back. But they already started off their romantic moments, held each other, and they thought the husband had finally left the house and he will be back in an hour or more time. The wife helped the friend to take off his shirt. The friend held his best friend's waist and they started going back inside, unknown to them that the husband was returning back into the house. He pushed her on the bed, climbed on top of her. When the husband rushed back into the house, they were saying naughty things to each other when the wife started looking for the key. The husband finally found the key and also found his best friend's clothes on the ground and was wondering what happened. He noticed that they were not in the sitting room any longer, and he said, "Hope it's not what I am thinking." So he decided to quietly go check inside of the room to be sure it's not what he's thinking. He went there when the friend was about taking off his trousers and shouted, "Baby." The wife and the best friend was surprised to see that the husband had returned back from work, and they could not believe their eyes. The man could not believe what he's seen, and he trusted both his wife and his best friend, unknown to them that the husband had caught them red-handed. And the husband was dumbfounded and disappointed at both of them because he trusted them both. The man could not even say anything and he just left them to continue with their escapade. And then the wife held her head, saying to herself, "I'm finished." Please, if you enjoyed watching this video, tell us where you are watching from so that we can send you a big hug. Please share this video. We love you and God bless you.